Ever wonder why every year on the 31st of October, people around the world adorn costumes and indulge in sweet treats? Where did this peculiar tradition come from? Let's time travel back to over 2,000 years ago, to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. The Celts, who lived in what is now Ireland, the United Kingdom, and northern France, celebrated their new year on November 1st. They believed that on the eve of the new year, October 31st, the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead became blurred. Fast forward a few centuries to the Roman Empire's conquest of Celtic lands. This brought about the introduction of Roman festivals, which started to merge with the Celtic tradition of Samhain. Then, Christianity entered the picture. The Church established All Hallows' Eve on the same date, blending and morphing the ancient festival of Samhain into a Christian holiday. So, from a Celtic festival warding off ghosts to a night of costumes and candies, that's quite a transformation, isn't it? As time passed, Halloween blossomed into a potpourri of strange and delightful traditions. But do you know the stories behind these customs? One of the most recognized Halloween traditions is dressing up in costumes. The roots of this practice can be traced back to the Celts. They used to disguise themselves with animal skins to ward off harmful spirits during Samhain, a festival marking the end of the harvest season. So when you're donning that superhero cape or witch's hat, remember you're channeling your inner Celt. Now, let's talk about trick-or-treating, a favorite activity for many. This custom has its roots in the Middle Ages practice known as souling and guising. People would go door to door, offering prayers for the dead in exchange for soul cakes. Over time, this evolved into today's trick-or-treating. Quite a trade-off, isn't it? Now, how about bobbing for apples? Today it's a fun party game, but back in the day it was a fortune-telling game. That's right, the first person to bite an apple would be the next to marry. So next time you're bobbing, keep in mind, you might be predicting your future. Lastly, there's the tradition of carving jack-o'-lanterns. This originates from the Irish folklore of Stingy Jack. He was said to have tricked the devil and was condemned to roam the earth with only a hollowed-out turnip to light his way. So, next time you bob for an apple or carve a pumpkin, remember, you're partaking in centuries-old traditions. Fast forward to the present day, and Halloween has taken on a life of its own. Today's celebrations are a thrilling mix of parties, haunted houses, and spine-chilling movie marathons. The economic impact is staggering, with billions spent annually on creepy costumes, spine-tingling decorations, and mountains of candy. But remember, whether you're a fan of the frights or the sweets, there's no denying, Halloween has a captivating history filled with fascinating traditions. Now go forth and celebrate, knowing you're part of a centuries-old tradition.